How can a loving God send people to hell? That question makes a lot of people uncomfortable, and honestly, it should. But maybe we're not asking the full question. Maybe we should also ask, how can a holy God welcome sinners like us into heaven? Part of the tension comes from how we see ourselves. We tend to think we're basically good, decent people who deserve heaven, and that judgment should only be for the really bad ones. But the Bible paints a different picture. It says we've all declared ourselves Lord and Saviour of our own lives. We've pushed God off the throne and said, I run this. I'll decide what's right and wrong. I'll be my own God. I will define myself. I will decide what my destiny is. And that's not just brokenness, that's rebellion. And the shocking thing isn't that judgment exists, it's that we're surprised by it. That self-righteousness, that belief that we're innocent is exactly the kind of pride that deserves hell. Hell isn't a punishment God enjoys giving. It's the logical end of a life lived without him. C.S. Lewis said it best. The doors of hell are locked from the inside. If someone spends their entire life saying, I don't want God, why would we expect them to want God for eternity? God won't force you into his presence. He honors your freedom, even when it leads to separation from him. So hell isn't just about what we've done. It's about rejecting the one who can save us. But here's where it gets beautiful. The same God who judges sin also took that judgment on himself. Jesus stepped into our place. He absorbed the wrath that we deserve so that we could be forgiven. God doesn't want anyone to perish. That's why Jesus came. Not to condemn the world, but to save it. The cross shows just how serious sin is, but also how far God was willing to go to rescue us from hell. So how can a loving God send people to hell? Well, because he's just and we are guilty. But how can a just God invite us to heaven? Because he's loving and Jesus paid our debt. So if you want life with God, it's not too late. He's done everything to make the way open. The choice is yours.